Alright, I was able to get this bad boy with a foil headhunter, and because the mods were so easy, I was going to run it myself. But because the mods were so easy, I could just sell the Voldo map for about 10 div lower than the price of a headhunter, which at the time was about 110 divines. Someone would buy it, and someone did buy it. So I got rich, and while getting rich, I decided to turn my Death's Oath build into a Righteous Fire Death's Oath build. So now I have Righteous Fire with my Death's Oath. Now, what do I do to stack both Death's Oath damage and Righteous Fire? Well, generic damage over time multiplier, generic increased damage over time, generic damage from the Gray Spire. I am now using a corrupted one with 50% increased area of effect, so I do not have my 50 block, which I think I'm doing alright with. Now, not every node is perfect. I do still have a chaos damage over time multiplier there, and that's it. But it's given me my Brush with Death, and Brush with Death is one of the more expensive ones. I like to get increased damage over time with chaos resistance using Student of Decay and Brush with Death, or Flow of Life, which does increased damage over time, which is both for Righteous Fire and Death's Oath. And that's how you do it. And then all my cluster jewels are trying to get damage over time multiplier instead of chaos. I still have a couple of chaoses in there because these are a pain in the ass to roll, a pain in the ass to get. But for the most part, I'm trying to do generic damage over time multiplier. That's going to reduce the damage that Death's Oath does, but it's also going to increase the damage of Righteous Fire at the same time. So you're kind of double dipping on your damage. And if you get something like this with chaos damage over time and dot multi, that is the dream. Look at some of the gear. Got me some belt here with some chaos damage. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Got generic dot on my amulet. 2 stacks of it for 46%. I got generic dot on the ring. I got generic dot on the ring. And Death's Oath. Now, eventually, I'm going to replace Death's Oath. I'm going to try to do it with the Carcass Jack. So I'm just going to keep hitting it until I get the Carcass Jack with Death's Oath on it. So that way you get even more increased area of effect. Because while 50% seems like it's huge, and I guess that is pretty big, especially because it works for both Righteous Fire and Death's Oath aura area, I want more. I want more. I want more. I want more. Well, not you. Let's, oh, look, nice. Oh, I don't want recovery rate of an energy shield. That's always terrible. Let's just run a little map here. Let's just do an alley's way. I like me some alley's way. Alley's way. Play some music. Now, one thing that Righteous Fire does, if we take a look at my chaos damage per second from my Soul Rend, and once I cast that, that does a lot more chaos damage over time. So it is buffing my single target Soul Rend as well. So it's not like the loss of damage from Death's Oath is really that big of a deal, because it's increasing the damage of Soul Rend, and it's also increasing the damage of Righteous Fire. So Righteous Fire just has to do more damage than one support socket in my Death's Oath setup, which I believe it does. Now, one downside of being a champion with Adrenaline is Adrenaline removes Righteous Fire, so you have to constantly recast Righteous Fire. Now, you can figure your own ways to do that. It's not that much of a big deal. Every 20 seconds, you gotta recast Righteous Fire. Like right now, I'm gonna use a health potion, and then I just have to recast it. You would be more tanky just using Righteous Fire, sure. Especially because you could do, I mean, just using Death's Oath or just Righteous Fire. But this is a Death's Oath build first, a Righteous Fire build second. But you would be more tanky just using Death's Oath, but I feel the loss of tankiness is made up for by the increased damage. Especially when it comes to bossing. Bossing has been a lot faster now that I have me a little bit of Righteous Fire. I would say 15% faster, which is like 15% more damage. Maybe a little more. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't really time my maps. I'm just going on vibes. It's amazing what good currency and good items will do for a build, you know what I mean? You find yourself a 110... Ooh, this guy's gonna fuck me up. I've been getting my ass kicked by these boys lately. Let's take these right here. Let's do this. Blonk. One shot. I'm not sure what to do about that. Maybe just not fight them anymore? Because I don't like getting one shot like that. It's embarrassing. I don't have anything into Harvest, so I don't run it. It's a waste of time a little bit. I should go in there and check for bosses, but you know, I don't care. On this particular setup, I am doing Timeless Jewels, Legion, a bit of Breach, and a bit of Abyss. Abyss has not been hot for loot, but it's been pretty hot for experience and monster depth, or density, I mean. So I've enjoyed it. Got. The block helps a lot for that kind of a thing. Kill him? Hell. Probably not. Oh, I forgot these rings existed. I can totally get rid of Purity of Fire by using these rings right here to replace these bad boys. Ooh, next upgrade. Then I can go back to using Determination. So I switched out Determination for... which has hit my armor quite significantly. It's gonna be hot right off the bat. It's not hot right off the bat. It's a level item level 85. All right. I didn't get a Legion on that one. Let's do a rounder map to get my Legion going. Maybe they didn't like that map because it didn't have around it, so yeah, let's pump it up. No armor, no evasion, no problem. customization around. Let me take a look at what just Death Soap does all on its own with no Righteous Fire. Got again. Yeah, it's pretty rough without the determination, to be honest. So once I can remove Purity of Fire and get back to using determination, this is gonna be pretty nice. I mean, armor doesn't really help that much, but now that I don't have block, the armor is kind of nice. I let the same people kill me twice. "105% of physical damage, has extra lightning. More physical. Oh, they're just hitting hard with some lightning. Alright, I'll stop being greedy. I'll go back. I'll go back to the 50% block instead of the 50% area of effect. Oh, look how small it is. Alright, let's try to take his shit and get murdered. I killed him. Physical damage reduction. Don't want any of those. They still got me, even with the block. That delirium made them all super hard. I thought they was gonna be tough, but it was just a delirium. All right, let's just do one more. I didn't get a map replacement. Come on now. I made a ton of money on them cluster jewels. What I've been doing with the cluster jewels, I've been getting them set up for 2, and then using the boat. The boat's where it's at. It'll turn your final cluster jewel modification into having 3 or 4 options. You are way more likely to get what you're looking for. Cluster jewel rolling has been incredible. We don't need any of this stuff. Very inefficient. Oh well. Like for this the strength one, I can just roll this till you get 2. That's why I'm really low on these. And then once you get 2 of those, you take it to the candy shop. Use party. Make 2 div real quick. Oh, anyways, I got distracted. Sorry. We're gonna run one more map. Make it a little more scary. Lookout is. No, I need a round one. Do we have Ashen Woods? Oh, Burial Chambers. Burial Chambers is round. Or has open areas for timeless jewels. Don't really get anything in those, do you? Fucking high already, you soul-eating bastard. Dramatic orb. That's rolled enough. Alright, let's see how much. Let's see how much fire resistance I need to run without that. Alright, I need 4 more fire resistance so I can get that. I don't think I want to replace this ring because this ring gives me a socket and it kind of has everything I want. So I probably have to try to replace this ring with one that is going to have max fire instead of the cold and lightning resistances. I can get those cold and lightning resistances elsewhere. Not that big of a deal. So I'm gonna try to roll a max fire res with that, and then a max fire res on another jewel, and then I will be able to run 90 fire resistances without purity of fire, and I should be good to go. Throw determination back on, which will up my defenses a lot more. Maybe I could put on the other gray spire with area of effect, or I can start buying my corrupted temples to double corrupt and get my own double corrupted one. I'm gonna want one, if it can happen, to retain the block but also add the area of effect, and that'll be the ultimate the gray spire staff, and it'll be pretty dope. Now if you're thinking AI is intelligent, watch this. Let's ask Google AI, can you get damage multi on a gray spire in Path of Exile with a corruption? It's close enough. Yes, you can get the damage multiplier implicit on the gray spire using a corruption, such as a specific damage over tire multipliers or global variants available to staves. But I don't think that is the case. I think AI is wrong. Everyone in my chat is telling me that AI is wrong. And when I search on the market, there are no spires, because it's a war staff, not a staff, with dot multi. Now, dot multi was what I was planning, so it's going to be a bit awkward. Now, I'm not positive if using a dot multi item, like a bow with dot multi, is going to be more powerful than 400% global damage. I am not sure. I will probably experiment with that. All right. Later.